welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very relaxed worth the buy or not video. I'm going to be reviewing the Ultra Repair Tinted Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty. This is a very new product, and one of the main reasons why I personally wanted to review this is because I'm a huge fan of First Aid Beauty. Their skincare products really got me through the rough time of my textured skin. It was the only skincare sold at SEPHORA's and like main brand that didn't irritate my skin, and there was not much that I could use, and First Aid Beauty luckily was the only brand that really made my skin feel so much better. So if you have extremely sensitive skin and you are in the need of something that's going to nourish and nurture and soothe your skin, I would really recommend trying First Aid Beauty. Their cleanser is amazing. Their Ultra Repair Cream is one of my favorites of all time, and also their oatmeal mask is really good. I'm a huge fan of their other skin tint, the Triple Protection one. This one's really good as well. So I'm excited to see how this compares to this new skin tint. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I spoke too much. You're like, girl, quit talking, but I like to talk, so sorry not sorry. We're gonna move right into this Ultra Repair Tinted Moisturizer. This is supposed to be based off of their Ultra Repair Cream, which is really good. It's awesome because it doesn't have a scent or anything like that, so if you have really sensitive skin, it's really good. It's very nurturing and it's very moisturizing. So this is what it looks like. I like how it's just super like easy packaging, very like carry-on friendly. You can carry this anywhere in your makeup bag, carry-on bag to travel, and it's safe for sensitive skin, which I 100% agree when it has 1.0 ounces, which is standard size. It has 30 SPF and it is natural luminous finish, and this is in the shade Tan. Now, the one that I have, the Triple Protection Skin Tint, is supposed to be more of a finish for oily skin people. This is a little bit more for people that have normal to dry skin. The reason why I wanted to try it out is because whenever First Aid Beauty launches anything, I'm like, yes, I'm there for it. So that's why I tried it out. It does have 5 shades in the collection, which I wish there was more, but that's just how they do the skin tints usually. It's like a dream come true if they come out with 10. That's like a dream. But like I mentioned earlier, I do think that right now skin tints are so in. Like everybody's making skin tints for some reason, which I think is awesome because there's a lot of girls on the go that don't like to wear foundation that prefer to wear something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the test. I already went ahead and did toner, moisturized, and use my serum and everything like that. Okay, so this is, like I mentioned, in shade Tan. The other First Aid Beauty one that I used was in shade Medium. I feel like this matches me pretty well right now that I'm a little bit more on the light side than in the summer, but I do feel like Tan is probably my better match. So I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze some product out. It has this nice like moussey consistency. It doesn't feel too thick, but it also feels lightweight moisturizing, almost like lotion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. Ooh, it's a little tiny bit orangey. Thought it was gonna be a good match. Actually, now that I blend it, it's better, but it may be maybe a little bit orangey, maybe more my shade in the summer. But I like the fact that it has sunscreen of 30 because, to be honest, I have sunscreen and I try my hardest to use it every single day, but some days I'm just so lazy or I just forget and I just go into my serum, my moisturizer, and I'm like, okay, forgot sunscreen once I'm like out of the house with the sun literally beaming on this side of my cheek as I'm driving. So it's good to know that there's tinted moisturizers that do have that sunscreen, which a lot of them do, but it makes it a little bit more helpful for us who sometimes forget to put on sunscreen. And this is what it looks like with one layer. You can still see my skin. It definitely looks a little bit more perfected than this side. I feel like this side just kind of adds like a little thin layer, covers that redness, but doesn't cover it completely. This side is like bare. So I'm definitely gonna go in with one more layer just to see. I do like the consistency. I feel like the consistency is super nice and smooth. It's very like moussey. I really like how moussey that is. So we're just gonna apply it. And I feel like it's definitely a buildable product because as I'm putting on the second layer, it's not breaking apart or anything. It looks nice and smooth on the skin. but I feel like even when I'm building it up to a second layer, it's still a little bit red in some areas. So, like I mentioned, I don't think this is one of those products that is going to be more of a really full coverage tinted moisturizer. I would say this is more of a sheer coverage tinted moisturizer, which there's nothing wrong with that, especially if somebody is just wanting to apply a little bit, or even if you have like pretty good skin where it's pretty even and you just kind of want something to protect your skin and still kind of look polished if you're running errands or something. But I wouldn't say if you're looking for a fuller coverage tinted moisturizer, I don't think this is the one. I think the other one by First Aid Beauty, the Triple Protection, is the one. When I was in California, I was using this actually pretty much like foundation. I brought so many foundations and that's the one that I gravitated the most towards. So I would say this is more for like real natural everyday life. Because I can still see my redness. I mean, it looks a lot better, but it definitely looks like skin. But I do like how like nice and smooth it feels. It does remind me a lot of the moisturizer cream by First Aid Beauty. So definitely with the sponge, it looks very natural. Maybe with a brush, it'll look more full coverage. And you can definitely smell the sunscreen in this. Like as I'm applying it, it's the sunscreen that's coming through. So that's just something to know in case you're not a big sunscreen smell fan. So now we're gonna take a little tiny bit more. And we're gonna take my Delium Tools brush. I'm not gonna use my hands because, to be honest, I don't really use my hands ever to apply anything onto my face, like foundation wise or tinted moisturizer wise. I honestly only like using my brush or my sponge, and I think that's because, ooh, I got something in my mouth. Because my skin is super sensitive, that I've always been scared to. The only thing that I apply like straight on, of course, is moisturizer and what's it called? Like my creams and stuff, or like primer. But like when it comes to product like this, I really don't like to, because I don't know, I just feel weird about it. So I'm definitely getting more of that luminous feel to it as I'm looking. It's not looking like nasty oily luminous, but it's definitely giving you a glow from within, which I think looks pretty right now, but who knows how it'll look later. I definitely do think that the brush gave me much more coverage than the Beauty Blender. So I would probably go in with the brush. And to be honest, I feel like even if you are a person that likes to use your hands, if you use your hands with this product, it would look very, very sheer. So I would recommend definitely using a brush if you want to build it up. But if you don't mind it looking sheer at all, then use your hands. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the mirror a little bit closer to my skin so I can see. Definitely looking glowy, radiant, and beautiful. So now that we're up close, it looks really good. It looks very natural, healthy. It definitely looks very skin-like. It doesn't look like I'm wearing tinted moisturizer or foundation. It literally looks like this is just my skin, and I added like a mist to kind of like give it the extra radiance. So I think that it's looking really nice. Definitely this side looks more full coverage than this side. So you can see the difference on how it would look if you chose to go in with the brush or the sponge. Like I mentioned, I feel like for this specific product, it's really your preference with what you want to use. If you want to use a brush to get more of that fuller situation, then you can go ahead and do that, and you will. Or you can use a sponge if you want that more natural situation. Even your fingers, if you do want to have very natural sheared out look. So it's looking pretty good. It's not breaking apart any of parts of my skin, which is really good. My skin feels and looks very, very hydrated, which I am a huge fan of, because I feel like sometimes we need that, especially right now because it's winter here and it's like super cold some days and then super hot. It's like our skin's kind of like, girl, what are you doing to me right now? I'm dehydrated. So this is helping put the moisture back into the skin. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup. It's gonna be super natural, literally just brows and mascara, and then I will be back to let you guys know how it worked with everything. I may powder it, but I think I'm gonna leave it because I'm liking this like subtle radiance. I mean, for some people that have oily skin, this may not be the move because we all know the struggle with being oily, but we shall see. So BRB. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my makeup. I kept it really light, just did brows, mascara, lip gloss, and a little bit of blush, just a little bit. Starting to look a little tiny bit radiant, so I actually am gonna take a little bit of powder and just said I'm gonna be using my Patrick Star Matte Cosmetics powder today. And I'm I'm just gonna take a touch and just kind of apply it on these areas. I didn't go in with highlighter again because it is more of a luminous finish, so I don't wanna have that like super like luminous effect on my face. Okay, so now that I went ahead and powdered, I feel a lot better. I didn't powder too much, like you guys saw just in this area right here. I felt like where I needed to, but I do have to say I think this looks very pretty for like everyday, just quick like 5 to 10 minute makeup routine. I think it looks really nice. And like I'm digging this entire look. I feel like this is super natural for what I usually do on my channel where I'm like fully beat, but sometimes you gotta just relax, and I just wanted to relax today. So excuse my rash. I always get rash, like I'll itch myself and then it's like a full-blown rash. So yeah, I think it looks really nice. And now that I did apply the powder, I feel like my skin looks just really pretty. It looks very skin-like. It still looks like skin. Because we all know that there are some skin tints and foundations that as soon as you apply that powder, it looks yucky. And this is one of those products that as soon as I apply the powder, it's still looking nice. It's looking like more like a soft matte in the areas where I did powder. So I'm really enjoying this, and I am excited to see how this is gonna go. So I will be back at the end of the day and give you guys my final detail and let you guys know if the new Ultra Repair Tinted Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty is worth the buy or not. So stay tuned if you want to see my final thoughts on this product. Oh my god, I forgot to mention, this product does retail for $29, which honestly isn't bad for a tinted moisturizer because a lot of the tinted moisturizer at Sephora are like 40, 36, maybe 50. I'll be back at the very end of the day. Stay tuned. Okay, so I am back. It is the end of the day and I actually haven't looked at my face until right now. And it definitely is a little bit dewy, just in the areas where it typically would be. I definitely feel like this tinted moisturizer is definitely geared more towards people that have dry skin. Like it mentioned, it did tell us that when I was reading the description and when I was like looking it up a little bit more. So this is definitely one of those products that, you know, told us from the get-go which skin types this would be more suitable for, and I feel like that's awesome. I really like the fact that they came out with 2 different types of tinted moisturizers. One for people that do have that more oily skin, and then one for people that need that extra hydration because their skin can get very dry. So I would say if you're somebody that suffers from dry skin and you have very sensitive skin, you'll really enjoy this First Aid Beauty product because I definitely see and feel the hydration on my skin. I feel like for tinted moisturizers, it's very important to have a product when it claims to be hydrating to really hydrate and for you to really feel the hydration in the product. So I think that this definitely does that for my skin right now. And so if you have dry skin and you're looking for a pretty well priced product at Sephora, I would definitely try this tinted moisturizer. So I really would say that this is a hit for people that do have dry skin. For people that have oily skin, if you're looking for a sensitive friendly moisturizer, tinted moisturizer that is, I would try the Triple Protection Skin Tint. This is what I use and what I really enjoy and love. I feel like this on my skin is great and I can build it up to that more foundation-y finish. So those are my final thoughts. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. I really love the First Aid Beauty products. I feel like First Aid Beauty always comes out with some really cool stuff and I just can't get enough. I would love to see them come out with a foundation, and maybe that's just because I love doing foundation reviews, but if they came out with a foundation, I would be so happy because they just, like, it's so nurturing on the skin, and I know that none of the ingredients in here are gonna harm my skin ever, so I really always appreciate that. So if you guys enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys are gonna be trying out this new First Aid Beauty Tinted Moisturizer, then please go ahead and let me know down below. And if you guys have any other questions, then please feel free to ask so I can answer them regarding this tinted moisturizer. And if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and become a member of our family here on YouTube, because I wouldn't want you guys to miss a video for the world. And that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon. So don't forget to subscribe and thumbs this video up so that we can go ahead and grow. So yeah, bye guys.